Did you know that 75% of people fear public speaking more than death? This startling fact shows just how challenging giving a speech can be. But here's a secret: it doesn't have to be that way. Writing and delivering a great speech can change your life. Imagine standing on a stage, capturing your audience's attention, and making a lasting impression. It sounds amazing, right? Yet, many first-time speakers make avoidable mistakes that ruin their chances of success. In this guide, we'll uncover the top 9 mistakes people make when writing their first speech. You'll learn how to start strong and keep your audience engaged. We'll share tips on using your voice and body language to enhance your message. You'll also discover the power of storytelling and the importance of a clear call to action. Here's a teaser. Did you know that stories are 22 times more memorable than facts alone? Or that good posture can boost your confidence by 25%? These are just a few of the surprising insights we'll explore. By the end of this series, you'll have the tools to write and deliver a speech that not only informs but also inspires. Ready to dive in? Let's start by addressing the first mistake, the peril of procrastination. Chapter 1. The peril of procrastination: start early or fail. Procrastination is the thief of time, especially when writing your first speech. It's easy to think you can whip something up at the last minute, but that's a mistake you'll regret. Starting early gives you the chance to refine your ideas and find your voice. According to a study by Steele and Ferrari, about 20% of people are chronic procrastinators, and this habit can severely impact your performance. Starting your speech early allows you to brainstorm, draft, and revise without the stress of a looming deadline. When you rush, you miss out on the opportunity to practice. Practice isn't just about memorizing words, it's about making your delivery smooth and natural. Early preparation means you can rehearse in front of friends or family and get feedback. Remember, practice makes perfect. As Dale Carnegie once said, only the prepared speaker deserves to be confident. Preparing ahead of time also allows you to tweak and adjust your content based on this feedback. Moreover, starting early lets you manage unexpected interruptions. Life happens, you might get sick, have work emergencies, or other commitments might arise. By beginning your speech writing early, you give yourself a buffer against these unforeseen events. It's a strategy that helps ensure you're not caught off guard. Early starters have the time to research thoroughly. A well-researched speech can make a significant difference. You can find relevant quotes, facts, and statistics to support your message. For instance, did you know that people remember up to 70% more of a speech that includes compelling statistics? It's a small detail that can make a big impact. Chapter 2. Ignoring audience engagement: speak to them, not at them. Your audience is not just a passive entity, they are your co-participants in the speech. Engaging your audience is crucial. One key strategy is to start with a hook, a question, a surprising fact, or a personal story. For example, asking, "Have you ever felt like you're talking, but no one's listening?" immediately draws your audience in. Understanding your audience is another critical factor. Know their interests, values, and expectations. According to a survey by Toastmasters International, 75% of people feel more connected to a speaker who acknowledges their specific interests. Tailoring your speech to fit these interests can make your message more impactful. Involving the audience can be as simple as making eye contact. Studies show that speakers who maintain eye contact are seen as more trustworthy and competent. Don't just scan the room, make genuine connections with individuals in different sections. Interactive elements can also boost engagement. Ask questions throughout your speech. Encourage your audience to think and respond. This not only keeps them involved but also makes your speech more dynamic. As communication expert Nancy Duarte says, audience participation transforms a speech into a conversation. Another powerful tool is storytelling. Share personal anecdotes or case studies relevant to your topic. Stories are 22 times more memorable than facts alone, according to a study by Stanford University. People relate to stories, and they can help you make your point more effectively. Remember to use humor wisely. A well-placed joke can lighten the mood and make your audience more receptive. Just ensure it's appropriate and relevant to your topic. Humor can be a double-edged sword, so use it carefully. Chapter 3. Overloading with information: less is more. When writing your first speech, it's tempting to include everything you know. However, too much information can overwhelm your audience. Aim for clarity and simplicity. Focus on 3 main points. This structure helps keep your speech organized and your message clear. The average human attention span is only 8 seconds, according to a study by Microsoft. This means you need to be concise and to the point. Avoid long-winded explanations and stick to the essentials. Each point should be easily digestible. Use plain language. Complex words and jargon can alienate your audience. Instead, choose words that are simple and direct. George Orwell famously said, "Never use a long word where a short one will do." This advice is particularly relevant in speech writing. Support your points with clear examples. Illustrations and analogies can make abstract concepts more understandable. For instance, if you're talking about time management, compare it to budgeting money. This makes the idea more concrete. Limit the use of statistics. While they can be powerful, too many can be confusing. Choose the most impactful statistics and explain their relevance. For example, instead of bombarding your audience with multiple data points, focus on one key statistic that supports your main argument. Use visual aids sparingly. Slides or props can enhance your speech but shouldn't distract from your message. Ensure they are clear, relevant, and easy to understand. As the saying goes, a picture is worth 1,000 words, but only if it adds value. Chapter 4. The monotone trap. Vary your voice. A monotone voice can make even the most interesting speech sound dull. Varying your vocal tone is crucial for keeping your audience engaged. Think of your voice as a musical instrument. It should have highs, lows, and everything in between. A study by the University of Michigan found that speakers with varied intonation are perceived as more persuasive and credible. Start by emphasizing key words and phrases. This technique draws attention to important points. For example, if you're talking about success, emphasize words like achievement and excellence. It adds weight to your message. Pacing is another important aspect. Slow down when delivering critical points to let them sink in. Conversely, speeding up can convey excitement or urgency. Winston Churchill was a master of pacing, using it to create dramatic effect in his speeches. Don't forget about pauses. A well-timed pause can be more powerful than words. It gives your audience a moment to reflect and absorb what you've said. Mark Twain once noted, "The right word may be effective, but no word was ever as effective as a rightly timed pause." Volume is equally important. Raising your voice can emphasize a point, while lowering it can draw your audience in. However, avoid extremes. Shouting can be off-putting, and speaking too softly can make you hard to hear. Using a variety of vocal techniques helps to keep your speech dynamic and engaging. Practice these techniques to find a balance that works for you. Recording yourself can be a useful tool. Listen back to see where you can improve. Many public speaking courses recommend this practice as a way to refine your delivery. Chapter 5. Forgetting the power of storytelling. Stories sell, facts tell. Stories are a powerful tool in speechwriting. They make your message relatable and memorable. According to Jennifer Arca, a professor at Stanford Graduate School of Business, people remember information better when it's part of a narrative. In fact, stories are up to 22 times more memorable than facts alone. Start with a personal anecdote or a relevant story. This helps to establish a connection with your audience. For example, if you're speaking about overcoming challenges, share a story from your own life. It makes your message authentic and relatable. Make sure your story has a clear structure, a beginning, middle, and end. This helps to keep your audience engaged and ensures your message is clear. A well-structured story is easier to follow and more impactful. Use vivid details to bring your story to life. Describe the sights, sounds, and emotions you experienced. This helps your audience to visualize the scene and feel connected to your story. According to cognitive psychologist Jerome Bruner, stories are more effective at influencing people's behavior than purely analytical presentations. Incorporate dialogue into your stories. This can make them more dynamic and engaging. For example, instead of saying, "I was nervous," you could say, "My hands were shaking as I walked up to the podium." It's a small change that makes a big difference. Link your story to your main message. Make sure there is a clear connection between your story and the point you're trying to make. This helps to reinforce your message and makes your speech more cohesive. Chapter 6. Skipping the practice sessions. Rehearse to shine. Practice is crucial when preparing your first speech. It helps to build confidence and ensures a smooth delivery. According to a survey by the National Association of Colleges and Employers, 89% of employers consider communication skills, including public speaking, to be essential. Practicing your speech can give you a significant edge. Start by rehearsing in front of a mirror. This allows you to observe your body language and facial expressions. Pay attention to your gestures and make sure they are natural and supportive of your message. Studies show that 55% of communication is nonverbal, so your body language is crucial. Next, practice in front of friends or family. Ask for honest feedback and be open to constructive criticism. This can help you identify areas for improvement. Public speaking expert Patricia Fripp suggests that feedback is essential for refining your speech. Record yourself while practicing. Listening to the playback can help you catch issues with your pacing, tone, and clarity. It's a valuable tool for self-assessment. As the saying goes, practice makes perfect, and this is especially true for public speaking. Simulate the actual speaking environment. If possible, practice in the venue where you will be speaking. This helps to familiarize yourself with the space and reduce anxiety. Visualizing your success in the actual setting can boost your confidence. Incorporate gestures and movement into your practice. Moving naturally on stage can help to emphasize your points and keep your audience engaged. Just make sure your movements are purposeful and not distracting. Time your speech during practice sessions. This ensures that you stay within your allotted time and helps you to pace your delivery. It's important to respect your audience's time and keep your speech concise. Chapter 7. Neglecting nonverbal cues. Master your body language. Nonverbal communication is a powerful aspect of your speech. In fact, research by Dr. Albert Mehrabian suggests that 55% of communication is through body language, 38% is through tone of voice, and only 7% is through words. This means mastering your body language is essential for delivering an effective speech. Start by maintaining good posture. Stand tall with your shoulders back. This not only makes you appear confident but also helps you breathe properly, which can improve your vocal delivery. A study by Ohio State University found that good posture can significantly boost your confidence. Eye contact is another crucial element. It helps to build a connection with your audience and makes you appear trustworthy. Try to make eye contact with different people throughout your speech, rather than just staring at one spot. This makes everyone feel included and engaged. Use gestures to emphasize your points. However, make sure they are natural and not overdone. Gestures can help to illustrate your message and keep your audience's attention. A study by the University of Chicago found that gestures can make speakers appear more passionate and animated. Facial expressions are also important. Your face should reflect the emotions and tone of your speech. Smiling can make you appear friendly and approachable, while serious expressions can emphasize important points. According to psychologist Paul Ekman, facial expressions are a universal language of emotion. Movement on stage can also be effective if done correctly. Avoid pacing back and forth, as this can be distracting. Instead, move purposefully to different parts of the stage to engage with different sections of your audience. TED Talks often showcase speakers who use movement effectively to connect with their audience. Chapter 8. Failing to address nervousness. Embrace the butterflies. Feeling nervous before a speech is natural. Even experienced speakers get nervous. The key is to manage your nervousness and use it to your advantage. According to the National Institute of Mental Health, public speaking is one of the most common fears, affecting about 73% of the population. One effective strategy is to practice deep breathing exercises. Deep breathing can help to calm your nerves and improve your focus. Inhale deeply through your nose, hold for a few seconds, and exhale slowly through your mouth. Doing this a few times before your speech can make a big difference. Visualizing success is another powerful technique. Imagine yourself delivering your speech confidently and successfully. Visualization can help to reduce anxiety and boost your confidence. A study by the University of California, Los Angeles found that visualization can enhance performance in high-pressure situations. Positive self-talk can also be beneficial. Replace negative thoughts with positive affirmations. For example, instead of thinking, "I'm going to mess up," tell yourself, "I am prepared and confident." This can help to shift your mindset and reduce anxiety. Physical exercise is another great way to reduce nervousness. A quick walk or some light stretching before your speech can help to release tension and increase your energy levels. According to the Anxiety and Depression Association of America, physical activity can be a natural stress reliever. Another technique is to connect with your audience before you start speaking. Chatting with a few people can make you feel more comfortable and less like you're speaking to strangers. It can also help to build a rapport with your audience.